Today, we're diving into a story that's gripping, emotional, and oh so real. A 52 divorced Canadian man, no kids, looking for love online. He found it, times two. Two amazing Filipina women have stolen his heart through chats and video calls, but he can only afford to fly out and meet one in person. One's young, fun, and full of life, but could she break his trust? The other's mature, loyal, and ready for forever, but comes with responsibilities he's not sure he can handle. Who should he choose? One woman is young, full of life, and carefree. The other is mature, grounded, and already a mother. He must choose. But the cost of choosing wrong? Devastating. This is a story of love, loneliness, fear, and the hard truth about what it means to start over in the Philippines. Stay with us, because this story might be yours too. This isn't just a love story. It's a journey through culture, trust, and tough decisions. Stick around for real story, lessons, and a shocking twist that'll leave you guessing. You don't want to miss the ending. He had spent decades building a life with a woman who no longer loved him. No kids, just the echo of a life that never really fulfilled him. He had money. Not millions, but enough to retire early if he chose wisely. He wanted warmth. Not just weather. People. Smiles. Culture. Adventure. Meet James. James's marriage ended 8 years ago. No cheating, no drama, just distance, routine, and silence. He built his life around work, travel, and lately, the internet. What he didn't expect was to feel something again. I wasn't looking for anything serious, but when someone makes you feel seen again, it catches you off guard. He didn't swipe right. He didn't send a cheesy pickup line. All he did was comment on a post about Filipino food, and 2 replies would change everything. Jenny, the playful one. Jenny is 26, single, no kids, and pure energy. Bubbly, spontaneous, and the kind of girl who sends 10 selfies before breakfast. She lives in Cebu, works part-time in a cafe, and dreams of travel. No kids, no baggage, just energy. She teaching him TikTok dances, making him forget his age. But behind her infectious laugh was a question mark. Good morning, baby bear. If we meet, I'll take you dancing, promise. Can I see your smile again? You look serious in that photo. With Jenny, I feel young. She makes me laugh. She calls me cute names. She says she doesn't care about age, just love. But James's friends warn him. She's too young, too flirtatious. What if she's just having fun? What if it's just a phase? Part of me wonders, is she really into me, or is it just a game? Chloe, the mature one. Chloe is 40, a single mother. Her daughter is 8 years old. She works as a virtual assistant and supports her elderly parents. She's warm, sincere, and openly talks about commitment. I'm not here to play. I want a real relationship. My daughter is part of me. I hope you can accept that. I'm not perfect, but I'm loyal. With Chloe, it feels real. It's quiet but deep. But I worry she's looking for a provider, not just a partner. Chloe says she doesn't need a man's money, but James can't help but wonder, will he always be seen as the wallet? Or can love be enough? James was stuck in a love tug-of-war. Jenny's energy made him feel alive, but her carefree vibe screamed risk. Chloe's warmth offered a family, but her responsibilities felt heavy. Every choice had a price: emotional, financial, cultural. Let's dive into the moments that pushed him to the edge. Jenny makes me laugh. She reminds me of when I was 30, carefree, curious. It feels like a second youth. But do I belong in her world? Am I just a midlife fantasy for her? And then there's Chloe. She's solid, real. She talks about bills, schools, groceries. She's not trying to impress me. She just wants a future. But do I want to raise someone else's child at this point in my life? This is where so many expats falter. Between what feels good now and what lasts. Between fun and family. Between fantasy and future. Look, mate, I dated girls like Jenny. It was wild, but short-lived. Then I met my wife, who had a kid. I almost didn't go through with it. But now, that kid calls me Dad. And my life has never been fuller. I only have time to meet one. I can't afford the emotional wreckage of leading them both on. I owe them, and myself, a decision.
After weeks of soul-searching, James made his choice. James was ready to take the leap. He'd saved $3,000 for a trip to the Philippines to meet one woman, Jenny, who made his heart race but might not stay true, or Chloe, who offered a family but needed stability. He chose, but then a secret came to light that changed everything. He chose Chloe. It wasn't an easy choice. He wondered, will I regret not chasing youth? But his gut told him Chloe was the better fit. He texted Jenny first to say, "I'm sorry. I don't think we're on the same page. I need something more stable." Then he messaged Chloe, "I'm coming to Duval next month. I'd like to meet you and your daughter." Her response was instant. "Oh my God, James, you are serious. Yes, of course. We will be so happy. Thank you for accepting us." His heart pounded. He started making plans, booked a hotel, bought gifts for her daughter, even practiced a few Visayan phrases. But doubts lingered. Am I walking into a trap? What if she's not what she seems? What if I made the wrong choice? The meeting. James landed in Duval with a racing heart. After months of video calls, he was about to meet Chloe and her daughter in person. Would their connection hold up face to face? Or would the realities of Chloe's life, her daughter, her needs, overwhelm him? Let's dive into their first moments together. Duval was hot and buzzing with tricycles and jeepneys. James waited near the airport exit, clutching his bag. Then he saw her, Chloe. In a modest dress, holding her daughter's hand. No makeup, no drama. She smiled, a real, warm smile. Her daughter waved. They hugged. Just a strange feeling of peace. That week, James stayed in a hotel but spent every day with them. They visited parks, shared meals, talked late into the night. Chloe didn't ask for money. She paid for small things sometimes. Her daughter clung to James like a friend, not a stranger. It wasn't perfect, but it was real. What happened to Jenny? Weeks later, Jenny popped up again, sent a selfie in a bikini. "Hey, stranger." He didn't reply. He clicked on her profile. A new foreign guy was commenting on all her posts. He smiled sadly. She was chasing fun, maybe even survival, but not love. 3 months later, James extended his visa. He wasn't rich. He wasn't her savior, but he felt something he hadn't in years. Belonging. He helped Chloe's daughter with homework, cooked with Chloe. They argued, laughed, kissed, and grew. Was it perfect? No. But for the first time in decades, James wasn't alone. James's journey shows that online love can lead to real connection, but it's never simple. James chooses Chloe due to her sincerity and his desire for a deeper connection, outweighing Jenny's risky charm, especially after he noticed she's chatting with others, confirmed his fears. The meeting in Duval succeeds, but introduces a new financial concern, keeping the narrative compelling. So who should you choose when love online gives you more than one option? The one who excites you, or the one who grounds you? James chose stability over thrill, sincerity over flirtation, a future over a fantasy. Not every man would make the same choice, but for James, it may have been the decision that saved his life. And now we ask you, if you were in James's shoes, who would you choose? Comment below. Your story might just help someone else make their choice.